Hey guys, welcome to Tender Tree, where we try and help entrepreneurs like you build their own laser engraving business. Today we're diving into 5 things that make a laser business successful. Whether you're just starting out or looking to scale, stick around, listen to these 5 tips, especially tip 5. It really could make or break your business. Okay, so without further ado, let's just jump straight into it. Tip 1, be proactive. From the root of your business, it really is important that you understand the fundamentals behind your laser engraving machine. Whether you choose a £600 diode or a £15,000 CO2 laser, it's really important that you take time to learn that machine to your best ability to get the best work out of it. This includes things like maintenance routines, understanding why things go wrong and knowing what to look for when you see errors on your piece of wood or slate or whatever material that you're using. It's really important to learn exactly how your laser operates. I cannot stress enough the importance of research. Use YouTube, Google, Facebook groups. There's plenty out there, and I'm positive there's going to be one specific to your brand. When I was first starting out with Omtech, I joined all the Omtech Facebook groups. I followed all of the Omtech YouTube guys, like the laser guys and things like that, to learn as much as I could about the machine that I was using. I'd done the same when I got an X tool. I'd done the same when I had my Cloud Ray fiber laser. The information is out there if you're willing to put in the effort to go and look for it. So when I say be proactive, I'm just going to lay out a little scenario for you. If you go out now and buy a £100,000 Trotec CO2 laser and then just let it sit there, the guy behind you in the queue that bought that £3,500 Glowforge is going to make more money, because that £3,500 Glowforge can produce the same work as a Trotec, but the guy that bought the Glowforge is being more proactive in understanding it, learning it, creating products, advertising them, selling them. It's really important that you are proactive in any business, but especially when it comes to the laser engraving side. Key takeaway for tip number 1 is it's not about having the most expensive machine. It's all about what you can do with the tools at your disposal. So get cracking, be proactive, and now let's get ready for tip 2. Tip number 2, diversify your income. Now, in other YouTube videos that I've watched on similar topics, this often gets overlooked, but I think this is a really key part of running any successful business. Don't just rely on that one product to hit and make you a ton of cash. You need to diversify your income where possible, and this can include a range of different things. Having multiple streams of income at the beginning of your business journey is really important. For instance, if you just rely on that one product to hit and it doesn't hit, you're now down the cost of your machine, materials, cost of time, etc., etc. Plus you have no other income coming in, which isn't a realistic way to sustain a business. I'm going to give you some examples on how you can diversify your income in the laser engraving business. Number 1, sell online. Etsy, Amazon Handmade, New Monday. There's loads of other alternatives out there to sell online. Facebook Marketplace is another big one, right? So what about if you do that, wait for that money to come in, and why you're waiting for orders to come in on them sites, maybe go and do a craft fair, a show, a boot sale, a local market, a local fete, whatever. That's just another way for more money to come in. And when you get home from that and you're still waiting for your online things to sell, why don't you create digital files of the products that you've made and also stick them on Etsy, New Monday, etc., etc. Now, digital files is a really good one, because once that digital file is created, the listing's done, that's now just passive income. Another big one is approach local businesses. I've done side hustles with local restaurants, local real estate agents, where I create a product for them, menus for restaurants, for example. Big door keys with welcome to your new home on them and the personalization of that family who's moved into that home. That's just another way to diversify your income, so you have multiple streams of money coming in from all sides once your online starts taking off. Now your quid's in. Key takeaway for tip number 2 is don't put all your eggs in one basket. At the end of the day, more income streams means more stability. Tip number 3 is learn business, not just laser skills. Now this is sort of a carry on from tip number 1. While it's important to know everything that your lasers can do, it's also important to understand how a business operates. And by this I mean bookkeeping, tax returns, self-assessment if you're in the UK. Do you need to be VAT registered? Do you need to be a limited company? You need to learn all of these skills alongside having to market yourself, social media, how to actually operate a day-to-day business, how to stay motivated, especially if you work from home. I roll out of bed, walk into my office, and I'm at work, right? And I try and keep that separate from my home life to keep that routine of I've still got a job to go to. Yes, I'm my own boss. That's great. I don't have anyone to answer to, but I still treat this like a job. And if you're planning on starting a business and you don't have that about you, it's going to be really difficult to maintain a routine structured day of your day-to-day operations in business. Areas to highlight on learning business are things like your profit and loss management. That's super important. You need to know where the money's going, what money's coming in, what you're spending, what's profit, what's net, what's revenue, what's gross. You need to learn all of these things. Marketing strategies is another really big one. I'm not so good on the social media side, so we did hire a social media manager at one point to do all that for us, but I am very good at marketing via Facebook ads, Etsy ads, Google ads. Customer service and retention is another big one in business. Some people don't have customer service skills, and if you don't, use tools that will help you be better in customer service, because a satisfied customer is more likely to come back than an unsatisfied one. Tools can include the help of AI, the help of friends or family who may be good at customer service. Use what's around you to give the best experience to your customers. Probably 30%, it's just under 30% of my customer base are repeat customers. And that's because we focus heavily on our customer service to keep them coming back. Scaling and automation, another big part of business. Now, whilst it's not always possible to scale, especially if you're still at the beginning of your journey, automation just becomes a part of the process once you understand how it can help. For instance, we've got a product now that we used to design, hand make every single time. I'm not going to go into details with what the product is, because I don't want to give anything away, but we used to design from scratch. Now, when somebody orders that from our website, it pre-fills all the information. My computer script creates the product for me, and all we have to do is package it and send it off. Automation is a massive thing. And if you look at automation on the business side of it, you can also do this with things like QuickBooks, which is a accounting software. You can literally have Etsy connected directly to QuickBooks. So once them figures come through, they'll automatically get sent to QuickBooks, and your bookkeeping is also done automatically for you. There's ways to automate a lot in business. You just need to figure out which way best works for you. A key takeaway for tip number 3 is a successful business is equal parts skill, equal parts strategy. Tip number 4, niche or not. Now, I know I'm definitely going to be in the minority when I say this, but it isn't always important to niche down. While niche products can have a higher upside, especially on the profit side of things, it's not always guaranteed success unless you can find a product that just doesn't exist and create that from scratch. It's important to have a niche for the look of your store, what type of products you do, what type of woods you use. For instance, we use 5 woods mainly, and that's it. We don't stray outside of that, and that keeps a consistent look to our store. So our niche is we use the same 5 woods, but we're successful, we work, because we found products that already sold well. We just created them better and then gave the customer a better experience when buying them. And while we do have a couple of niche products, they don't sell as well as our main sellers. Our pocket hugs, our calendars, our tickets outside of laser engraving, things like that. Other people have done them. We just tried to find something within that product that was different, that stood out to the people that were looking for these types of things, and we offer 100% customer service every single time, And that keeps people coming back to our store. That keeps people interested in our store. So it's not always important to just have like a super niche product. Oh, I just create keyring names out of different materials. That's not important, because yes, there might be a lot of people looking for name keyrings, but there's also a million other people doing that. So unless you can find a niche within that niche that makes you stand out, what's the point? Key takeaway there is just don't limit yourself. Use niches to attract customers in, and then use other products to keep the revenue flowing. At the end of the day, you've got lasers there that are only limited by what you imagine it can do. Create what you can create, see what works, see what doesn't. And finally, tip number 5, be brave. Don't be afraid to invest in your business. When you're starting out, I know this is super tough. I was in the same boat, but you're worried about spending money on something that may not work. But there is a saying in business, and the saying goes like this: you have to speculate to accumulate. When we first started and we were spending £10-15 a day on ads, that was £10-15 that I didn't want to spend, just in case. But I'm glad I took the leap, trusted in the process and trusted in myself and my products, and done that, because that allowed me to leave my full-time job in the space of 2 months, because I was brave enough to try it. If you have a killer product that you think will sell, but you're rubbish at taking product photos, search Facebook photo groups. Try and get someone to do your product photography for you. Yes, they will charge you, but you have to be able to want to spend that money and believe in your product and believe in yourself to make that work. Get top class product photography, hire somebody from Fiverr for your SEO if you don't know SEO, or take up a course on Udemy or something like that to learn SEO yourself. Everything in business costs money. Nothing is free in this life. You have to be brave and take that risk. And if you are brave and it doesn't work, set yourself a goal. Okay, I've got a business idea. I've bought a machine. I'm going to set my limit at £500 for the first quarter, first 3 months. And if you hit that limit and it's not working and you right now it's time to try a different strategy, set yourself another limit. It might be a little bit less depending on how much money you've got. I don't know your financial situation, but you have to take these risks, because in order to make money, you have to spend money. Key takeaway, I guess, for tip 5 is success doesn't happen without risk. Be brave, take calculated risks, and trust in the process. But most of all, trust in yourself. And there you have it, 5 tips to help you succeed in your laser engraving business. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, a comment, hit that notification bell so you don't miss any more tips. Let me know in the comments below which tip resonated with you the most. I would love to hear your stories, your personal anecdotes, and how you plan on growing your business. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Ciao.